Welcome back to this video of Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age. We have done a lot of things offline that you guys have not seen, but um this is the what happened, the end result of everything. So as you can see, Vaughn and Pinello are level 23. So we used the Dusty trick at its whatever. That's how I wanted to end it. So at 23, I could have kept going, but I just stopped at 23. So now, in the last video, we stole two Carcatas for one for Vaughn, one for Pinello, and we just unlocked the licenses for them. So now we can equip them, and then we're gonna go real quick to show you how powerful you can be at the very beginning of this game. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the dagger and equip the Carcata. So you can see it goes from 14 to 92. Amazing. I'm just trying to figure out why Pinello does not have an accessory. That's fine. It'll be okay. So we'll just go ahead and keep going. And in this episode, I'm gonna show you the Carcata and its power. Then we're going to let go of Pinello, which means we're gonna keep going in the storyline. And yeah, we might meet some new folks around here. So we're just gonna take up a random battle with these enemies. As you can see, look at that, one hit kills, and if they survive, they'll be confused, which is even better. There you go, 848. Look at that thing of beauty. And this is all early, very early in the game. So this is definitely something that I would advise everyone to do. So now we're gonna go and we have to go, if I'm not mistaken, we have to go to Lowtown and speak to old Dalin. But before you get to him, Pinello's going to leave the party. Because the next part of this game, to continue the story, we're going to have to, Vaughn's going to have to do it by himself. Because he's the one that's going to break into the royal palace and steal something. Pinello, I guess, is the goody two-shoes. He's the troublemaker. So good for her. But you'll be reunited again at some point. Think, oh, we're just gonna skip this part, and Pinello leaves the party. So now Vaughn is by himself. Go speak to old Dalin, and you give him the shard of sunlight or whatever, and the crescent stone is what you're going to get in return. So now you're gonna have to find a way into the palace. Some more storyline here. If you guys haven't noticed yet, people do not like the Arcadian army. So there's resistance everywhere. And this is just one little snippet of, some of the people that are fighting them on the low. So now you're going to have to find a way to get into the palace. The original version of Final Fantasy 12, to get the most powerful weapon in the game, which was called the Zodiac Spear, There were certain treasure chests that you couldn't obtain or you couldn't take, because if you do, when it gets to that point where you go get it, it's not gonna be there. Thankfully they changed that because the Zodiac Age is a lot different. There's a different way you can get that Zodiac spear. One and two, it's no longer the most powerful weapon in the game, as the Zeitengrat is the most powerful weapon in this game. So we're gonna make our way here. We're gonna talk to our little homie there, Kites, another troublemaker, and this is how we're going to get into the palace. So recommendation here, if you're not going by a guide, if you're not going by, just basically you've played the game before, every little hallway, everywhere, every little place you can go ahead and do that, because there might be a treasure chest there, so you might want to take advantage of that because there's a lot of items that you can get, down here in the Gareth Smythe high waterway, and that could be helpful in your journey here. So if you see a save point, also save, and this is what I'm talking about here. You can see there's like little hallways here. Man, I can't wait until we get that gambit function so we don't have to manually attack these damn rats. But pick up everything. You see the little hallway there, and I mean it was only 2 gil, but it could have been something else, which is very possible sometimes. So you got a potion, which is still very useful in this game at this time. So just keep doing that. These rats are annoying. They're not going to kill you, but still. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's bats down here, and there's some other enemies down here. I don't know why this game is so dark. Anywho, so we're just gonna keep going through this whole thing. Any little crevice or corridor that you can go down, there's likely to be a treasure chest down there. So, just go ahead and handle that. And now we're just gonna keep going. Unfortunately, we don't have the map yet for this part. The map you will be getting soon, and I'll show you guys where that is. Even if the enemies are not hostile, you have a Carcata, so you can kill them, which is totally fine, but it's also going to help you with the bestiary. So you might want to just take care of that because we don't want to, I'm not sure if we're going to ever come back down here. So just make sure you kill everything as you go along here. Sorry about that. I had to check to make sure of where the map was. I wasn't sure if we get it on the way to the castle or if we get it after the castle. So I apologize for that. Okay, so I couldn't find clarification on that, so we're just gonna keep going. I mean, you're powerful enough to not die, right? So, and you can literally one kill everything, so it doesn't hurt to explore a little bit. So this will just go show my point. You see those the things with the green bars under them? They're not hostile at all, but just kill them for the bestiary. They'll be fine. Like they can't, like even if they touch you, it's not gonna kill you. So just take care of them so you can add them to the bestiary. There should be two. There's another one around here somewhere. There he goes. There it is. Well, that's a close up of the bat. I like to fight, so I over here will kill everything that's in my screen that I'm allowed to. And that just goes back to what I said before in previous videos, where it's like whatever level Vaughn is when he recruits new people, because I cannot confirm or deny that you may be getting some new party members in this video. Their level when they join their party is going to be I believe it's always one level higher than whatever Vaughn is at the moment. So Vaughn is currently 23. So those new party members, which may or may not appear, are automatically going to be 24, which is very useful. And that's why we did the whole Dustio trick. Um, Hell, you could even do that until level 99 and just, I mean, it's going to take you forever, but looking to the future, that's what exactly why you would do that. And so you can be level 99 at the very beginning of the game. Do I think it's necessary? No, it's not. It's not. Will it make the game absolutely easy? Yes. All right. So now we found um the stairs that leads to Royal Palace. So we're just gonna go up there. But back to that point where it's like in this game, once you pass the whole game, it unlocks two different levels of difficulty. So you can do an easy game, which everyone starts on level 90, and it gives you all the items, all the weapons, everything from your previous save, from where you passed the whole game. And then there's a low level one where it's like it's really hard to level up. Your guns and your weapons are nerfed. They don't take off as much, so it's more of a challenge. I have not tried that one yet, but I've tried the 90 level one and it's amazing. It's the best fun I've ever had. So here, this is where the maps look like. They're in these urns. So now you got a whole map of the royal palace. So again, save, 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 and it's gonna give you that little. It's gonna tell you that no matter what your level is, um, they should realize that you're level 23 and you have a Carcata, and there's really nothing that's going to kill you. So we're just gonna go into the royal palace. There's a couple of um, mini games that we're gonna play here before we get to our main goal, which is stealing something from the the kingdom here. So see, that right there was one of those loot boxes, those chests that you couldn't get in the original Final Fantasy 12 because the loot box that had the Zodiac Spear wouldn't appear because now you got that, so it's not going to give it to you, which is very fascinating, but it was very frustrating for those that didn't know that. Like, I know the first two times that I played that game, and I'm looking for the Zodiac Spear, and it wasn't there. And then you look and do your research, and you're like, "Oh man, I grabbed the wrong box." So I'm never gonna. It ruins the whole game because it's like literally the first 20 minutes of the game, you can't get those treasure chests for a weapon that's probably 10, 11, 12 hours in the future because it's towards the end of the game. So it's like you did all that for nothing, It kind of sucked, but whatever. So now we're going to want to go upstairs. And you're going to be in cahoots with that gentleman there. And we're going to find a way to get upstairs without the guards, stabbing you or whatever the guards do. So this is actually a tutorial right now of how to distract soldiers. And it's going to be very important for the next part, which is right here, of how you're going to find, the hidden passage here, but it's surrounded by, like, there's guards everywhere. So you're going to have to distract them, move somewhere, and then distract them again, and then move somewhere. And then, the item that old Dallin gave you is going to light up, where you're supposed to go. So, so as you can see to the left here, there's a couple guards. We're going to call them over, then run. Do not get caught by them. It's not going to incur a battle. It's just going to, like, restart the whole thing. So this is where I realized that I may have messed this up already. Because those are there, and now I'm surrounded. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and restart this whole thing. That was dumb. Anywho. So now we're going to do it the other way. We're going to get these two to come down over here. And we're going to leave these two in their original state. And now we can go up this corridor. And now we can call them. And here, this is pretty much what we're looking for. It's gonna prompt you that way. And then Vaughn's gonna do that. But you're looking for the signet that actually does something. It's not the hawk. Let's see, is it this one? Is it the lion? So the lion is gonna do the lion, and then yep. All right, so since that activated that, it's gonna show you where you need to go. All right, so there's a creepy little light over there. You're gonna go ahead and go towards that way. So now you're gonna have to find out a way to get there. And just give me 1 second to try to figure this out. Is it that one or this one? If I do this one, it's going to... Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. We're going to call these guys over from here. There you go. And now we're going to run over here. Now we're going to go around. And we're going to... Oh, crap. That didn't work. Oh, is it this way? No. Oh my god, did I forget how to do this? Um, okay, you don't want to go that way. We can go this way. Okay, I think that's how it do it. Yeah, I think I messed it up the first time. I wasn't close enough to them. All right, so now we should be able to see a faint. Yep. Oh man, is that the wrong wall? That is the wrong wall. Oh god, that's idiotic. All right, so we need to be on the other wall, which we just call the one lonely dude there. This should be the wall that we're looking for. There it is. Okay, and the wall will absorb Vaughn. Now, we need to figure out what to do. I'm not sure why I'm whispering, but it sounded appropriate. All right, so now we're trapped here. Fun times. We're going to go ahead and look at the door, examine the wall. It's a door, but you can't open it. So there's, as in every Final Fantasy game, there is a switch somewhere. There you go. There's a switch. Press the switch and now approach the door and it should open for you. So we have hit the jackpot. There is a bunch of stuff from Vaughn to steal. But, this probably should have been the first red flag. And this thing was like, come grab me. And Vaughn should have probably been like, no. Because this is creepy. So now we have these two characters walking in. His name is Baltier, and that is Fran. And they are sky pirates, which is fun. So now we have obtained the goddess's magicite. And the whole point of Van doing this is to um, restore the kingdom of Dalmasca or whatever reasoning he had before it. But, he's got a cool heirloom of the royal palace. So, congratulations. So now we're just going to keep going up, up, up. And there's going to be some cutscenes here. Yeah, so this was also the day where the people that were rebelling against the Arcadian Empire found out that the Arcadian Empire really doesn't care. Um, they will make sure that any rebellion is met with a lot of force. As you can see, this is a whole castle. of the kingdom they just took over, and they are just bombarding it with all sorts of missiles and projectiles and stuff like that because they don't care. They're like that at the end of the day, the Arcadian Empire has to be, has to show this power so people can stop rebelling against them. But, as in any other story, especially Final Fantasy story, there's a good guy, there's a bad guy, and then there's like some sort of force or company that is backing up the bad guy, or is kind of like an intermediary where they're not bad but they're not good, so they're kind of just like there, and they're just trying to trump the good guys. So, and this is totally something where um it's a similar story, just different players. So now Vaughn was saved by Baltier and Fran, and now their little buggy there is all broken, but that's okay. I don't know if you can sense it in my voice. This is my favorite part of the game. Not because the story is awesome, not because, Fran and Baltier are going to join your party, which they are. It's because they unlock the Gambit system. And what that means is you can now put Gambits in place where it automatically does your battle commands for you. So you can set it up where you can attack people automatically, you can cure people automatically, you can cast magic, you can throw potions, you can do every single thing automatically. If you need to steal from someone, that totally would have been fantastic when we were doing when we are getting the Carcata, where we had to steal it from that one specific dude. And you don't get it on the first try. I mean, I got lucky. The very first one I did get one, but then as you can see, it took me another 15-20 minutes to get another one. So if you can automize all that, that would be fantastic. And this is why this is my favorite part here, because now you're going to learn. It's a little tutorial, and Fran and Baltier is actually going to bring it up and be like, hey, we kind of do our own thing. We have our gambits in place, but do you know what gambits are? And then they're going to go through a whole tutorial, which is this. So congratulations and welcome to the 21st. Once the tutorial is over, you're going to see how much quicker the game becomes. And if you take your time and you set up your gambits properly, you really just walk around and your characters will automatically kill everything. And if you take too much damage and you set it up correctly, they'll automatically heal you. If you get poisoned, they can automatically, you know, use an antidote on you to cure you from that. But now, as you can see, it's all been added. So now we got gambits. Okay. So I like to use the nearest visible. And then for like, especially when Vaughn is the leader, the party leader, we do nearest visible, and then it'll attack whoever's the nearest to him. But then when you have the other people on the team have foe party leader's target, they will attack whoever the leader is attacking. So, and it's also a good thing to have to put your gambits from healing, and then like antidotes and stuff like that first, and then attacking last, because you don't want to get caught up in that situation where it's, you're fighting and you're about to die, but you have attack prioritized because it's going to just keep attacking. And then once the battle is over, it'll heal. You don't want to do that. So that's why I put there on for Fran, I put the heal to trump the battling, because once you get down to a certain point, you're going to want to heal yourself before you die. So, and that's what Fran is going to do. So it's very interesting, and it does increase your... Why isn't Vaughn attacking? Oh, I forgot to turn on the gambits. Ha! That was dummy. I'm such an idiot. Anywho, so now the gambits are on. So make sure you get the gambits on. Okay, so here's the map for the Gareth Smythe waterway. So now we have a full map and we don't have to like wander around trying to figure out where everything is. So now, as you can see, everything gets hit automatically. This is the greatest day ever. I love this. I love this. And now we're just gonna keep attacking everything automatically. Um, so another thing about Fran and Baltier is that they have long range weapons, which is the first ones to be introduced in this game. Baltier has a gun, and Fran has a bow and arrow. So, like, I just picked up an Altair. I'm just gonna go take a look at it to see, but he already has one, so we're not gonna worry about it. So now, also, what you want to realize is that I don't think I've mentioned this before, but every license path that you choose has its different set of weapons, different set of magic. So like for knights, they're very powerful, so they have heavy armor and they're good with swords and great swords and the like. So we're gonna not give Baltier and Fran. We're not gonna make them knights. We're gonna choose Machinist for Baltier, and then we're gonna make Fran a white mage, and that goes in line with their original stats. So machinists are good for guns and stuff like that, as you can see in their reward path here, or their license path here. And then the white mages are, you see also that not only did Baltier and Fran get a higher level because we did the Dustia trick, but they also have all these license points. As you can see, they just joined the party, but they have 1,101 license points. So that's very cool. So now there's like a bunch of stuff that Baltier can unlock now. Um, we really don't have much to unlock, but or like we don't have any extra weapons or anything like that, but we're not at that point of the game. But as you can see with Fran, I'm sorry, she's a white mage and she can cast all the white magic. And the white magic is curative. You can use a rise to awaken people that are dead. You can also do cure Asuna. Asuna takes off all the bad status effects and stuff like that. We don't have none of that stuff yet, but it's like preparing you for the future. I like to have at least one white mage in each party member, or for each party. I like to split, whatever my active party is, I always include a white mage, just so I don't have to worry about healing my party, because they're going to eventually be the most powerful characters you have. Now, I'm going to most likely keep Vaughn as a knight because it's very um it kind of goes in line with his original traits um to a certain point, because Vaughn can also steal, and that's kind of not in line with a knight. But at the beginning of this game, the knights are going to be the most powerful ones because we got those Carcatas. So At some point, we'll reset his board so he wouldn't be a knight. But until we get better equipment and weapons and stuff like that, we're gonna keep him as a knight. Same thing with Pinello. Pinello, Pinello, I usually keep her as either a white mage or a Shikari or an Ulan. Ulan uses poles and um, staves. I want to say staves or staves or whatever you say that word. Ulans use ninja swords, and yes, if you guys have been following the series or anything on my channel, you know my obsession with Sephiroth. And his sword, his weapon is called the Masamune Blade, and you can obtain that sword in this game, but only Ulans or Shikaris or Bushis, one of the two. I get them all confused. But only one class can use that weapon. So you're gonna have to find out which one it is. We'll get there though. Like if you follow this series, I'll definitely let you know where to get it and what you have to do for it. But yeah, that's totally see, we got an oaken pole. Who exactly can use that? At this point, I want to say it's either the white mages or the black mages. Um, but to be honest, those weapons kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. So that's why we kind of like just, we did make Fran a white mage, but we're also gonna keep her with her bow and arrow in the meantime, for the meantime. So now, of course, save, 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 and then we're gonna go on, and we're gonna have a semi little boss fight here. I call it semi because it's not an official one. It's just like just more things you have to kill. So we're gonna kill all these folks, but you see how easy it is? Could you imagine if you had to like sit there the whole game pressing A to attack and attack and attack and attack? And now it just does it automatically. It's a thing of beauty. Yeah, we're just gonna skip this. You guys don't need to see all this. But this part you might want to see. Because now Amalia is accepting help and she's joining our party as a guest. So now it's going to explain a little bit about what guests are. And guests are just people that join your party, but you can't control them. They kind of do their own thing. And sometimes beneficial to you, and sometimes not. So it's like, you know, if someone is dying, she will heal you, but she also will like attack all crazy. But this is like the boss fight I was telling you guys about. It's really not a boss fight, but it's not classified as a boss fight. So this is not your first boss fight of the game. That'll come in a couple minutes. So now they're dead. And as you can see, Baltier is blind, so you want to use some eye drops on him because blindness can be really annoying. And we're not gonna bother saving. We're just gonna keep going. Glass jewel, those are important. You can make some stuff with that. And you got a suit of bronze armor. We'll take a look at that bronze armor later. I think the only one that can actually use it is Vaughn, because he's a knight and they use heavy armor as their garments, I guess. Yeah, the cool part about Fran and Vaughn, or Fran and Baltier, that they're long range weapons. So they will randomly try to shoot someone from like 50 feet away, which is hilarious. But, it's it's useful. Oh, I got another suit of armor. So now where we're trying to get is, you see the part in the middle there? It's like it's still it's right to the right of us. That's where we want to go. And we just found the way, I believe. This place can be annoyingly difficult to maneuver. There you go. All right, we finally made it. So now we want to save, 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 because we're about to have our first boss fight ever in the game of Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age. Now, if you guys didn't level up, or if you didn't get Carcatas, this fight will be a little bit challenging depending on your level. But since we got Carcatas, and since we leveled up, this is going to be a breeze. So just for dramatic effect, I'm going to let the the boss enemy appear, and it's gonna do its thing, and then we're not gonna care. We're just gonna kill it. As you can see, watch this. Ha! Look at that. Look at how much the Carcata takes out. Oh no, he's gonna do something. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? It does nothing. There we go. It's about to die. It starts panicking when it's about to die, so it keeps doing this stuff here. But one more hit, it's going to die. It's dead. I'm not gonna. Yeah, we're gonna skip that part there. But now we're going on to the next part of the story. So now you can see why Pinello, well, kind of left. And so now they have an audience with the Arcadian Empire, and they're saying that Amalia is the leader of the resistance. And as you can see, Voltaire has some handcuffs, and that right there is the leader of the Arcadian Empire. His name is the coolest name ever. His name is Lord Vane Solidor. And I guess he would be the, would it be the antagonist in this game? Yes. he would be the antagonist, one of the antagonists. I think that's why this game is like so fantastic to me. There's so many antagonists in this game that Vaughn and company will have to deal with. And now, so as you can probably guess, we had handcuffs on, so we're gonna get thrown in prison. We have this little thing here of Vaughn remembering Rex. Rex is, if you haven't put two and two together yet, Rex is actually Vaughn's brother, older brother. So he kind of like, this is very important to the storyline. So in this scene, he kind of tells him that, well, of what he saw. And he saw the actual king be killed by this guy called Captain Bosch. And yeah, it's very tantamount to the story because I don't know, you might run into Captain Bosch. I don't know. You might. I don't know. We're gonna have to keep watching and find out. So now that Vaughn is over the story part here, you're going to be in prison with your mates. This is gonna be fun. So it's kind of like you have no weapons, no money, you have nothing. And you guys get thrown into this dungeon. And now you're gonna have to find a way to get out. But there are some happenings here that you do need to see so you can understand events that happen later in the game. Like, for example, we're going to see, it's not right here, but we're going to see some villains that absolutely loathe and despise Baltier. But when you're a sky pirate, that kind of comes with the territory, you know? So now there are some items down here. Nothing important, just like potions and stuff like that. If you want to waste your time, or not waste your time, but I'm sorry, if you want to go through it and just pick them up, you can do that. If not, then you're just gonna want to go towards the blue crystal. That's the save point, and this corridor here is going to lead to the next part of this place here, of the Nalbana dungeons. Now here there is a perk. Um, uh, I mean, this whole license board has a bunch of things. You can unlock weapons, you can unlock armor, you can unlock accessories, but it also gives you a bunch of perks. Like, for example, we just saw focus, which is going to increase your strength when your HP is full. So there's a bunch of stuff on there too. You can get more gambit slots in this part here. The headsman gain MP when you attack someone. There's martyr, when you get hit, you gain MP and stuff like that. And there's also like certain license boards have HP pluses as well, so you can actually accelerate your HP by unlocking some of them. Also on this board are these things called quickenings, and those are Final Fantasy XII's version of limit breaks. So they're special attacks. They're super powerful. And the cool part about this game, you can bunch them together. So you can, and if you start it with one, you can actually use your whole parties, which I think is cool. And then, at the end of it, most likely they will die, but some of them survive. So I don't know how you feel about that. But yeah, they're very cool, and um, each character gets three of them, and you have to unlock them through the license board. Let me look this up real quick because now it's just driving me crazy because I couldn't find it. Wow, Google is failing me today. And the license that I was looking for is in preparation to what is about to happen, because there is a license where it increases your attack power when you're empty-handed, because you are going to have to fight down here in prison, but you don't have your weapons, so you kind of like want to be able to attack someone without a weapon, and then hopefully you'll survive and you'll be able to kill them. But I'm having a hard time finding it, and I can't find it on Google, so maybe it doesn't exist. I don't know. I'm over here like, oh my god, what the heck is this? Okay, whatever. Let me just make sure I don't got it. I didn't get it already. No, doesn't look like it. All right, we're just gonna keep going. And now we're gonna go through here. Now this is why we needed to get so those are our friends that do not like bolts here. So this is why I was like trying to find that perk. But I also realized that we're on level 24 already, so it's like this, just punching them is gonna kill them anyway. But whatever. Now, if you're not leveled up, I would advise you to go around the prison here and get those treasure chests, because each of them are gonna have what they call a knot of rust, and you can actually throw those at these enemies that you just killed, and it packs a wallop. So now we're just gonna be like, we're just gonna look at the Arcadians here. Friend to the rescue. So yeah, that dude does not like Balt's here, and he's gonna hold a grudge throughout the whole game, which is funny. Um, but here we're just gonna go. Look at that, we recovered everything, and we also got a map. But we're also going to make sure everything is equipped properly. And it looks like it is, but we're gonna optimize here because they could have gotten some upgrades to there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and save here and end the video once we're done here. In the next video, we get to escape from prison. Yeah, just grab those things. Tourmaline. Oh, we got 428 gil. That's amazing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just keep doing that. Loot it. Loot everything. And then we'll save and then call it a day. And we got another RK armlet. We only got 97 of those. So we're gonna go ahead and save it here. We're gonna end the video here. And the next one, we're escaping from prison. See you on the next one.